Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of May. And May is a special month for me because it's my birthday and it also marks the anniversary that I have with my loved one. So I got a bunch of gifts, so let's get started. And I'm gonna get started with some accessories that I picked up a few months ago and I just forgot to show them in my other pickups video. So I'm gonna start with this protective case that I got for the Vita. It's really odd because I found it at a thrift store for $1 and I couldn't say no, and I picked it up and it makes the Vita look pretty good with this blue color. However, some of the buttons are really hard to reach because the case adds a little bit of height to the system, so especially the start and select buttons are really hard to reach since they're flush with the Vita's surface. So it makes for a little bit of an uncomfortable experience, but if you are a person that carries your Vita on the go all the time, I think it's it's a good option. For $1 I couldn't say no, so I got the Vita protective case. And next up I got the Vita Little Big Planet kit, which included a carrying case, a Little Big Planet carrying case, a voucher for more costumes, a set of headphones that I don't have them with me right now, and a Sackboy bobblehead, which is pretty cool. And I'm a little bit disappointed, even though I got this item for really cheap from Best Buy. I got it for $10, all of the items. And the case right now, for example, has my PSP 3000 and it barely fits. And we have to keep in mind that the PSP is much smaller than the Vita, so as you can imagine the Vita barely fits inside this carrying case. So I wouldn't recommend it. If you're on the market for a Vita case, don't really get this one. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that purchase, but what can you do? At least I got a Sackboy bobblehead out of it, so that's that. And then I got, let's see, the other accessory that I got is the Wii U official stereo headset. I got this for $7. Best Buy had it on sale, and you get what you pay for. The quality of this headset is not very good. The sound is a little bit muddy and just not very good at all. However, for $7 I can't really complain. It does have a microphone with volume control and a mute button. And it also has a standard audio jack that you can use this headset with pretty much any electronic device. So for $7 I can't really complain, but don't expect great sound quality out of this headset. And as I mentioned, May was the month for my birthday, so I got two games from my mom that were on my wish list, and the first of which is Fallout 3. This is a game that I been meaning to play for a long time, and it's essentially a Western RPG set in a post-apocalyptic setting. It's developed by Bethesda, and it has that typical Bethesda touch to it. So I'm really looking forward to devoting my time into this game once I clear a little bit of my backlog. I know that I'm gonna spend at least 50 or 60 hours playing this game. These types of games are usually very lengthy, so looking forward to start Fallout 3. Also for the PlayStation 3, I got Dante's Inferno, which is a hack and slash game similar to God of War, I believe. I don't know too much about this game other than it got some pretty good reviews, so I'm looking forward to playing this game. So from my loved one, she really went all the way out and got me some really awesome gifts. But first I'm going to show you one game that I bought for myself to treat myself. So to celebrate my birthday, I bought myself Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. Best Buy had this game on sale, and this is a game that I've been meaning to get it since it came out during March. And I really enjoyed the demo, and I have only played one other Fire Emblem game previously, the Game Boy Advance game, The Sacred Stones. However, this is a very, I guess, very good entry-level Fire Emblem game or SRPG game overall. It has a bunch of options that really accommodate the newer players. So I'm really looking forward to playing this. As I mentioned before, I really enjoyed the demo. So once I clear some of my backlog, I'm definitely looking forward to trying Fire Emblem Awakening. And now the gifts that I got from the lady. The first one is Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. And this is a game that I, for some reason, ignored since it came out, which is pretty weird because I'm a huge fan of the Donkey Kong Country games and I'm a huge platformer fan. So I know this game just came out on the 3DS, but I'm happy to have the Wii version because the Wii version runs at a 60 frames per second. The one thing that I'm not really keen of is that the fact that this game uses the waggle controls to like roll. So that could be an issue, but so far I beat the first world, and so far so good, no problems with the controls. So I'm really looking forward to completing this game, and you know, I'm really happy to have it on my Wii collection because I love platformers and Donkey Kong is one of my favorite characters. So really happy to have this. The lady also got me another cool game, and that game is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the Nintendo 3DS. And this is a game that I also wanted to get it at launch, and I just, you know, didn't get it for one reason or another. And I'm really happy to have it now. And the game is a little bit different from the original GameCube game, in the sense that this game is structured in such a way that it fits the handheld scheme. There are several mansions, and each mansion it's broken down into several objectives. So the game does have that handheld nature where you can pick up, complete an objective in like 10 to 20 minutes, and then you can put the game down. So it does have a different pacing from the original one, but personally, so far I'm having a great time. I already beat the first mansion, so I'm really looking forward to completing this game, and I will be definitely making an impressions video once I beat this game. So really happy to have Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the 3DS. And last, I'm gonna show you the best gift that I got from the lady. And I never double dipped on any system that I own, but you know, this time, you know, I got it as a gift. And the gift was a Nintendo 3DS XL red color. And this system is just fantastic. It's beautiful. It's big, but I gotta give it to Nintendo. They did a really good job of redesigning the 3DS, and you know, the screen is beautiful. It's big, and I really like, you know, the main draw of this system is the screen, right? But I think Nintendo did a good job of the D-pad feels better, the face buttons they feel better, the trigger buttons they feel better, and the most important part for me are that the select, home, and start buttons are actually clickable this time. In the original 3DS, they were flushed with the surface, and they were really hard to push. So far, I'm loving the system. And little that she knows is that she benefited from this because now my original 3DS, I gave it to her, so she has her own 3DS now, so we can play, I guess, multiplayer games with it. Although she's not a big gamer, but so far so good. The only two complaints that I have about the 3DS XL, one of them is the sound. The speakers of the 3DS XL for some reason are not as powerful as the original one, so the sound is not as loud. That can be fixed by using headphones, obviously, but you know, the issues, it's there. And the other one is the 3D effects are pretty good on the XL. However, because the screen is a little bit bigger, the slightest movement in your wrist or your hands make the 3D effect go blurry. So if you're thinking of using the 3D effects, you have to have a very steady hands, and which takes a little bit from, you know, from the system, because this is a handheld. So you know, you're expecting to play this when you go on a road trip on a car, or on, you know, or you fly on the plane. So using the 3D effect while this thing is moving, it's not optimal. But other than that, the system is great. I'm looking forward to completing Luigi's Mansion before I can dive into Fire Emblem. So I'm really happy with this. The system looks beautiful, and yeah, I'm gonna definitely enjoy playing my games on this beauty right here. So thank you guys for watching. That's it for this month, and I'll see you all later.